Hi, Sarah. Welcome so much and welcome back because you've already done a Unicorn Spotlight interview. So I'm so excited to have you back on here and learn about what's been happening in your journey since then. First, let's just start off like, who is Sarah? What, tell us a little bit about you and then why you decided to go into freelance grant writing.
Yeah, so well, I graduated and got my undergrad degree in 2019. And at the time, I thought I wanted to go into marketing. And, I started going on that track, getting a business degree. But then I ended up switching over to a professional communication degree with professional and technical writing as my minor. So that's kind of where I got introduced to grant writing and took a grant writing class in college then. And I really liked it. And my dad was always pushing me to go into grant writing too, which is kind of funny. He was also a grant writing unicorn at one point. But yeah, after I graduated college, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I did a few marketing internships. And then I realized, yeah, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different, but I knew I wanted to work with nonprofits. So then I found, Learn Grant Writing and Unicorn Collective, and I thought it'd be a great way to just advance my education. And I knew it was a great skill to have as, someone involved in nonprofits. So I thought it'd
Mhm.
be like, perfect. And I ended up loving it. So yeah.
That's so awesome. So, do you find it? I'm fascinated because you really went a non-traditional route, really, for your career. So,
Mhm.
was that different than your peers? How has the journey, been a
Yeah,
bit
for sure.
different from freelancing versus finding a traditional job?
Yeah. So when I went on to learn grant writing, I took the class learn grant writing and joined the collective. I was just finishing up a marketing internship because I thought I needed some experience. I
Mhm.
wasn't quite ready to get a job yet. So I did that. And then once that internship ended in the summer, I got my first client. And then, I kind of like started going off of that, and that kept me a little bit busy. And then yeah, so then it kind of grew from there. But yeah, for sure, talking to my friends and telling them, hey, I'm doing this, you could kind of see that, oh, I don't know if that'll work out, but good for you, because it is so non-traditional. And especially being like a young college graduate, it was, it's definitely like, okay, do you have experience to do that? Like, can you do that? So there's definitely been a bit of imposter syndrome that has come with that, of not having a ton of experience and not like really not much, but
Mhm.
I took, I was in college, I got my experience that way. But so there has been a bit of imposter syndrome, but yeah, it has been, a lot different than traditional, like graduates from college for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, first, what have you done to kind of overcome that imposter syndrome? What are there little tips and tricks that you've
Yeah.
done?
Yeah, well, it's an everyday struggle, but I think I have gotten a lot better since the beginning. I think, getting that first client was very nerve-wracking, and I was like, "Oh, can I do it? I don't know." But, after that, and then I got, my next client and then my next client, I think I've just gotten more confident, and I'm, so confident I can keep doing this. I've done it, and I know I'm going to run into hurdles and things that I'm going to need help with, which is awesome because that's where the Unicorn Collective has really come in handy when I'm stuck and I need a little bit of guidance. So, but yeah, I think you have to fake it till you make it and know that everything is going to work out, especially if you're a unicorn too, because you do have that support system. So if you do have, run into something that you don't know how to, get through, you always have support and people that have different experiences and like bring other things to the table.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay. So how many clients do you have or have you had in the last kind of 8 months-ish?
Yeah. So
And where are you at project wise?
yeah, so right now I'm working with two clients, and I also have a part-time grant writing job that I do on the side. So I work with my local Salvation Army as a part-time grant writer because I thought that'd be a great way to, get more grant experience, work with this like pretty big organization, but I thought that would be a great way to really learn as much as I can. So that's something that I'm doing, but I have a client that is a botanical garden. So they do a lot of youth environmental education and things like that. And they're like undergoing a capital campaign right now. So I've been doing a lot of grant writing for that. And I was awarded a $100,000 grant recently. So that's kind of like been my biggest win recently. Yeah. And then
Congratulations.
thank you. And then I'm working with a nonprofit journalism group, which has been really exciting and just like super different. Not many people know about nonprofit journalism. So that has been a bit more of a challenge but like a great learning experience so far. So
Amazing. So what do you love most about freelancing or working in all these different types of projects?
Yeah, for sure. I think that being able to live where I want has been amazing. And this past summer, I was able to live like in a tourist destination in Wisconsin, where I'm from. And I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't being able, the freedom to work from home and work remotely and really work wherever I want. So that has definitely been one of the things that I love. And just, being able to get a little bit of experience in everything. I didn't really know too much about botanical gardens and things like that, but now I know what they bring to the community, and I am able to learn more about journalism and why it's important to, communities, and being able to like learn a little bit about everything. And I know you guys talk about that also, but it is so cool. And I feel like getting burnt out is a little bit harder to do because, I'm able to kind of like, mix around what I'm doing and, like change up what I'm doing more. So it's been amazing.
I love that. That is so exciting. So did you how did you land these clients? How did you go out and find these organizations?
Yeah. So the first one, actually, I just got through word of mouth. So that was really awesome. And, like it was kind of a surprise to me. I was like, oh, it's that easy. I could just do that. And it worked out really well. My second one, I got through an informational interview, and I remember visiting this nonprofit, and I was thinking how cool it would be to work for them. But I saw that they had a huge development staff. So I was like, okay, maybe this won't work out, but I think it would be a cool opportunity to get to talk to them at least. And it ended up turning into something. So that was awesome. But then my third one was through LinkedIn, actually. And it worked out really well too. So I love
Very
informational
cool.
interviews though.
Yeah. Have you had many?
Yeah, I've done probably, I don't know, probably like 15 to 20. And they've all been really well, and I've all learned something from them. And I think it's good just to talk to people. And I know that later on down the road, I think they could lead to something, or they could pass the word on to someone else or things like that. So
Amazing. So what's your proudest accomplishment this far in your grant writing journey?
I don't know. I feel just like the whole thing, I think, has been an accomplishment. Just knowing that, I just graduated with my undergrad and I was able to start a business like this. And, it's slowly growing, but I think, nothing can happen overnight. Nothing crazy can happen overnight. So I know it's a process, but so far, I think just putting myself out there, like putting myself out of my comfort zone and doing those informational interviews when they can be kind of tricky and, uncomfortable, but they've all led to good things. And I think doing those help with imposter syndrome and just like help with confidence as well. But so I think, just putting myself out there has been an accomplishment. And of course, the $100,000 grant has been a recent accomplishment. And so I think it all is an accomplishment. But
that's amazing. Yes, you are doing incredible work. And it's so exciting to just see the transformation in like a year, right? You're like fully busy.
Yeah.
So tell us about your business. What's your business name? How do people find you?
Yeah, so my business is called Granting Wishes Consulting, and then you can find it at grantingwishesconsulting.com. It's kind of growing now, and you can reach me at sarahgrantingwishesconsulting.com, and
Great, very cool. So what are some key takeaways from learning with us that you've taken away?
Sure. So, I mean, I think that like in my grant writing class I took in college, that I was able to get some hands-on experience that way. But, I think that I've just learned so much more through Learn Grant Writing and the Unicorn Collective and just like all the topics that you cover, like how to find clients, how to write a grant and doing a budget and things like that, because it has just been so useful, especially as like a freelance grant writer and just like knowing you always have this information to go back on. And then of course the collective has been amazing because if I run into something that I can't solve, I can go to the collective and get those questions answered. And you also just learn from everyone else too, like when they have questions and things I haven't even thought of. And it's all just one learning experience that never ends really. But yeah, I'm so happy I did it. And yeah, my life has changed so much in the past year too. So I don't know where I would be if I didn't learn grant writing through learn grant writing for the
That's so
Unicorn
cool.
Collective.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes my heart
Yeah.
so happy. So what would you tell someone who is considering joining the collective?
Yeah. I mean, I would say do it. And especially because yeah, like the return on investment is so big and like you're gonna learn so much and like it's such a good investment for your future, I think, and just like what you want to do. And honestly, even if you don't want to go into grant writing, I feel like there's so many skills that you can learn, just how to write more concisely and like learning, there's just so many little bits you have to learn to be a grant writer that I think can be useful in like other careers also. So yeah, I'd say go do it.
And if there's one thing we can do to continue serving you, what would it be? What feedback do you have for us?
Yeah, I think that the collective has just been amazing. And that is just something that I would love to see, continue because having that support system and having people to talk to with different experiences and yeah, different age groups too. Like it is so amazing to like learn from all different people and like different life paths and things like that. So that is something I would like to see happen and continue, I mean.
Well, thank you so much. This is amazing. I am so, so proud of you and so excited about your business growth and all the ways that you will continue to impact your community. You are just rocking it.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, thanks so much for everything.
You're welcome. All right, we'll talk soon.